You, Kavya?
Good, how are you?
I'm good too. Okay. So, Kavya, in today's class, we are going to discuss a very important topic in geometry, which is lines and angles. Okay. But before we begin, I want to ask you a quick question. Did you ever see a railway track?
Yes.
Okay. What did you observe from that?
Um,
It looks
there's
like
this
somehow this.
here, like a little, like a pattern there is.
Yeah, yeah. Somehow like this, right?
Yeah.
But the what the major thing you observe from this railway track is that this never meet, right?
They never join.
Yeah, never join. So that is actually the parallel lines. The parallel
Oh
line
yeah, the
means,
parallel.
yeah, the lines which never
What's
meet.
up, parallel?
You know about the
And
lines, the horizontal
perpendicular as
line, the
well.
vertical lines,
Yeah.
slanting
Yes.
lines. These are three different lines, right?
Yes.
So what is this? The sleeping line, also
Horizontal.
called as horizontal, very good. And this standing line, also called as,
Vertical.
and this slanting line, right?
Horizontal. I mean,
This is not horizontal, slanting, right?
slanting. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we have two lines, okay, and when these two never meet, if we
They never
extend,
join together.
yeah, never join. If we extend this and this also, then also the both lines
They
never
still never
meet.
join.
Yes, still lonely. And the main thing is they're always same distance apart. Okay?
No,
The distance between
different.
these two lines are always equal.
Not like this.
Okay? Yeah. So what happen if we have these two parallel lines and we have one another line which cut these two?
Mm.
Okay? So here the line which cut these two parallel lines are called transversal. Okay?
What do you
This is
say?
actually the transversal
Transversal.
which cut these two parallel lines. And you know, Kavya, when this transversal line cut these two parallel lines, there's some interesting things is happening. You know, is what? They form few angles in this. You
Oh
know,
yeah, they
when two
like
lines
right
meet at,
angle.
yeah, when two lines meet at any specific point, then there's a formation of an angle. Are you agree?
Yeah. Wait, this also is a perpendicular.
No, not perpendicular.
Not that the one the before the shape. The shape you just showed me.
Yeah.
That one
No,
over
no.
there.
Here also, there's no any perpendicular lines. So here you can observe that there are few different angles formed by using these two parallel and one this transversal, right?
Like
Here
a right
we
angle.
can call it as angle one, first angle. This is
Yeah.
second. This is third,
Third,
and this is fourth.
fourth.
Any more?
No.
Yeah, here also angle five
Oh, and there.
because we have two
Number
parallel lines,
six.
right?
Yeah. Number six
Parallel line is
over
always in
there.
pair. Okay, one line we can't say like this parallel or not. Sometimes we have two different lines. Like here we can say we have two lines. Okay, is this parallel lines?
No.
Why?
No.
Why not?
Because one is smaller than the other.
Yeah, you can say that they're not
And
parallel
that one's
because
slanted a
the
bit.
yeah the because the distance is not same,
Mm-mm.
right? The distance is
Yeah.
not same. If we extend this, right? if we extend this line, then there may one point where they both cut each other. That's why we can't say these lines are the parallel lines. So how can we say that parallel lines are parallel? When the distance between them is equal. Okay? When they stay the same distance apart. Okay? So these two are actually not a parallel lines. Yeah,
No.
here we can see that no, they both don't cut each other. But one another thing is the distances also stay the same. But here it's not. That's why we can't say these are the parallel lines. Okay, Kavya?
Okay.
So here we have actually four angles here and four angles here as well. Right?
Yeah.
Angle 5.
Yeah.
Then angle 6, angle 7, and angle 8. Any more?
No.
Okay. So, there are very interesting relationship between these angles. And we need to remember all those. Whenever we have these two parallel lines and a transversal cut these two, there's a formation of 8 different angles. Okay? Is it clear?
So if you put two parallel lines and then put a slanted line, that'll put eight angle.
Yeah, there's a formation of 8 angles. And there is some relationship between these angles. Kavya, are you agree? Whenever we have one straight lines, okay, and if there is a line which cut this angle, this straight line, there's a formation of 2 angle.
Yeah.
And if this is a straight line, then are you agree this whole equals 180 degree?
Yes.
So here also, are you agree that if we add 1 and 2, this equals 180?
Yeah. And then it'll be
3,
actually
4
360 also.
Yeah, 3, 4 also, 6, 5, 5, 6 also, 7, 8 also. They all can make 180. Yeah. So whenever we have one straight line, right? Whenever we have one straight line, and if there's a line which cut that line, then there's always formation of this 180. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me explain few relationship between these lines one by one. First, when we have two parallel lines and there's a one transversal, so what's the interesting thing happening here is, these angles are called vertically opposite angles because this is called a vertex, right? This is a vertex.
Yeah.
And this is vertically opposite to each other. And you know what? The vertically opposite angles are always equals. Which means here angle 2 equals to angle 3. Sorry, angle 4, right?
Yeah, 4.
Angle 2 equals angle 4. Similarly, these are also vertically opposite angles. These and that.
Yeah.
Means 1 also equal to 3.
Yeah.
So first is vertically opposite angles. So here angle 1 equals angle 3 and angle 2 equals angle 4.
Angle 4.
And here also we have a vertically opposite, which is angle 5 and angle 7.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So angle 5 also equal angle 7. And
angle 6 is equal to angle 8.
Very good. Angle 6 equals angle 8. So these are the pair of vertically opposite angles. Okay? The next thing is corresponding angle. So let me explain that. If again we have two parallel lines and there is one transversal which cut the two parallels.
Yeah.
So the formation of corresponding angle as well. So which are the corresponding angles? So this one, this angle 1 and angle 5. These are corresponding angles. What we call it?
corresponding angles.
And corresponding angles are also equal, which means angle 1 equal angle 5. Here, angle 2 equals what? Please unmute yourself.
Angle 6.
Good.
Angle 3 is equal to angle
7.
7.
Very
And
good.
angle 4 is equal to angle 8. Yeah,
Wow.
right.
Very good. Yeah, you're correct. So angle 3 equals angle 7 and angle 4 equal angle 8. Interesting.
Yeah.
So first is vertically opposite and second is corresponding angle. The third is angle on a straight. As we know that angle on a straight always add up to 180.
Yeah.
So third pair is we can say that adjacent also, right? This 1 and 2 are adjacent.
Oh, I get this.
So adjacent are if we add those adjacent, then they always equals to 180. Right? Why 180?
Right.
Because that are on a straight line. The both are on a straight line. So third one is angle on a straight. Angle on a straight, which we also called as adjacent, right? So angle on a straight always add up to 180 degree, which means angle 1 plus angle 2 equals what?
Angle equals to 180 degrees.
Wow. Similarly, 3 plus 4 also 180. 5 plus 6 also 180. 7 plus 8 also 180.
Yeah.
Kavya, is angle 1 and angle 4 also equals 180?
No.
Yeah, this is also a straight line. Right. So if we add these two also, that also equals 180.
Oh.
Right. So these are also equals 180, but don't get confused. We never ask like this way. Just remember like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They all equals add up to 180. Okay, but don't get confused because this is also a straight line. So 1 plus 4 also equals 180. Okay.
Are we doing a question now?
No, one more thing, which is alternate angles. Okay. The fourth concept is alternate
Angle.
Alternate angles. You know what? What are they? Here. If we have these two parallel lines and there's one transversal, okay?
Yeah.
So this angle, this and that. It looks like alternate, one this side, one that side. So, yeah, that's called as alternate angles, which means angle 3 equals angle 5.
Oh, means 5.
Okay? Angle 3
And then
equals
angle 4 is 6. Angle 2 is 8. And angle 1 is 7.
6.
Angle 1 is equal to angle
You know,
8.
no. Don't get confused. You know, in alternate angles, we have two different pairs. One is alternate interior and second one is alternate exterior. Okay? So these two are the pairs of alternate interior angles. So just remember these two. I think that's much.
Okay.
Alternate interior means 3 equals 5 and 4 equals 6. If you want to remember alternate exterior, what are they? So this angle 1 actually equals angle 7. Angle 2 actually equals angle 8, something like this. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all about parallel lines and one transversal. You know, there are different formation of the angles, and you have to remember. For example, Kavya, if you know the value of any of one angle, then you are able to find out all remaining 7
The
angles.
bracket.
Right? For example, if I give you the value
Right.
of angle 1, if angle 1 equals 30 degree, okay? If this angle equals 30 degree,
30 degree.
then what about this? 150?
60. Or 150.
This to add up to 180, right?
180, yeah.
It's not looks like 30 actually. It's much
No.
more than that.
90.
No, not 90, maybe 80, because 90 means what? 90 means if the lines exactly looks like this, straight. Right?
Yeah.
Then
No, but
we can say 90 degree. And here there's a symbol of square, which, yeah, which may looks like this, and this is called as perpendicular lines. So our next topic is that actually, the perpendicular lines. When we have a horizontal line and a vertical line, and when that two lines meet, then there's a formation of perpendicular lines.
Yeah.
Okay, and the perpendicular lines always equals 180 degree. But does not look like perpendicular, right? Not straight.
No.
Little bit lesser than 180.
Slanted.
90, sorry, this is a bit lesser than 90, which means somehow maybe
60.
80, 70, 60 also.
60, 50, 40,
So
20.
if this is 60, then what about this?
That will be 180 degrees 60.
Yeah, 180 minus 60, which is
Which
120.
is equal to, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so if angle 1 is 60, then what about 3?
Angle
60.
3.
60, because they are the pair of vertically opposite, right? Okay, if 1 is 60, then what about 5? Also 60, because they are corresponding. So you have to remember these concepts. What are vertically opposite? Because they are equal. What are corresponding? They are also equal. What are alternate? They are also equal. Okay, and you already know about this angle on a straight. So you just need to remember these three: vertically opposite, corresponding, and alternate. And all are equals actually. Alternate are also equals, corresponding are also equals, and vertically opposite are also equal. So you need to remember all those. So just read once a while. What are vertically, what are corresponding, what are alternates. And let me know if you have any doubt.
I have one doubt.
Yes?
Can you explain how to do like one, and like when you do it for the alternative angles? I'm confused.
You want me to explain alternate angles, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So alternate means they looks like this. When there are two parallels, okay, and one transversal, so alternate looks like this. These and this. These are two pair of alternate angles, which means this angle, if this is angle A, so this is also angle A. Okay. Here one more pair is this. They are alternate.
That B, that will be.
And alternate are equal, right?
I understood.
Anything else?
No.
Okay, now I ask you a question.
Okay.
Okay, Kavya, if I give one value, which is if angle 4 equals 110, then what about angle 6?
Angle 6. Will that be also 110?
Wow. Okay. Now one another question, which is if angle 2 equals 115, then what about angle 5?
115?
Angle 5 also equals 150.
15.
Yeah,
Yeah.
115. How?
Because if it's a straight line, then it'll be on 180, and if it's slanted, then it'll just be the same.
No, 2 is here, 8 is there, then how? Think a little bit, Kavya. Don't trust. Okay, let me explain. Kavya, are you agree that this 115, this angle 2, is also same as angle 4?
Yes.
Because they are vertically opposite?
Mm-hmm.
Means 4 also equals 150. Then
Oh, if it's not
this is
equal,
4 and 6. This 4 and 6 also equals
yeah,
because they are alternate angles.
yeah,
Now, you know that 6 also equal 115, right?
yeah,
And you also know that if we add 6 and 5, then they add up to 180,
yeah.
right? Means angle 5 equals 180 minus 115,
Oh,
which is what? This
which
10
is
minus 5 is 5, then 7 minus 1 is 6, means 65 degree.
understood.
Okay. Now one last question.
Until we move out to perpendicular line.
Yeah, then after we start the perpendicular line. Okay, last one. Please be careful. Okay, so if angle 1 equals 112, then what about angle 7?
Hmm. Will that be 112?
How?
Can I check again?
Yeah, you can check again. But do it fast.
Try to work out. Is it 68?
Why? How?
Because it's not because
Kavya, think like this way. Angle 1 equals angle 3. Angle 3 equals angle 5. Angle 5 equals angle 7.
That will be 112.
Yeah. So you have to explain me like this way. Angle 1 equal angle 3. Why? Vertically opposite. Angle 3 equals angle 5. Why?
Vertically.
Alternate angles. Angle 5 equals angle 7, which is what? Vertically opposite. Or like this also. Angle 1 equal angle 3, vertically opposite. And angle 3 equals angle 7, corresponding angles.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Kavya, if you look into your sheet and no, not now. I think yes, not now. Okay, so we move towards perpendicular lines. Okay,
Okay.
so what are they? If we have one horizontal line, right, and one
Vertical line.
vertical lines. So actually, these perpendicular lines meet exactly at 90-degree. Okay, and we always denote like this square box. Okay, if they didn't mention that this is 90 and if they form this square, then always understood that this angle is 90-degree. Okay, so what are perpendicular lines? Perpendicular lines means when there are two lines, one horizontal and one vertical, and this meet at exactly 90-degree. Okay, that's called perpendicular line, and we always denote it with this square box. Okay, so Kavya, what if two lines meet but not exactly at 90? Here we have one line and one another line as well, but they didn't form 90-degree. So these are called what? Intersecting lines. These are called intersecting lines. And if they intersect exactly at the midpoint, for example, this line AB and that is line PQ. Okay. So if they intersect each other, or we can say if they cut each other exactly at the meet, means this half equals to that half and this half equals to that half. Right?
This half equals to that.
This half equals to that half and this half equals to that half. Then these are called bisect. What we call? Bisects. Means line AB bisect PQ. If two lines bisect each other, then they are always equal. The half are always equal. Okay. And you already know that angle on a straight equals 180-degree. Right?
Yes.
Now we are talking about few different types of angle, not lines.
Right angle, obtuse angle.
Angles. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Acute angle.
yeah. First we start with acute, because before acute there's a zero angle. Nothing. Zero. We don't start it. Right? This is zero angle. So if the angle is bigger than 0 and lesser than 90-degree, if angles are bigger than 0 and lesser than 90-degree, that we call as acute angle.
Acute.
Yeah, acute means lesser than 90-degree. Okay. Acute angle. Acute means bit smaller. Smaller looks like cute. That's why we call this as acute. Okay. Then after we have exactly 90, which we call as right angle.
Right angle.
Right angle means exactly 90 degree, and we denote it like this way. Okay? The next one is obtuse.
It's bigger than 90.
Yeah, obtuse angle. This is bigger than 90,
Obtuse.
but smaller than 180.
Yes.
Okay? Bigger
And the
than
reflex
90.
angle.
Yeah.
And
This
the
looks like
reflex
this
angle.
looks like bigger than 190, right?
Yeah.
And smaller than 180. So this is obtuse. And then straight angle, which is 90 degree. Straight angle. Sorry, straight means 180. Okay?
Yeah.
Which is 180 degree. Exactly 180 degree.
90.
So exactly 90, which is right angle, and exactly 180, which is straight angle. Then after, if the angle is more than 180, if the angle
Yeah.
is more than
More than
180,
180.
but lesser than 360, then we call it as
Which is
reflex angle.
reflex angle.
This is reflex. And then when the angle is exactly 180, sorry, 360, what I say? Here I say 90, here I
It's
say
the first
180. What? This is 360. Okay. And this is called complete angle. This is called as
complete circle.
complete angle. Okay. So what about acute? Acute is bigger than 0 but lesser than 90
90.
degree. Okay. What about obtuse? This obtuse is bigger than 90. Okay. But lesser than 180.
But lesser than 180. And straight angle is exactly 180. And reflex angle is like
Bigger than
more than
180.
180 but less than 360. And the complete angle is 360, absolutely 360.
Okay. That's all about different types of angles.
Yeah. And right angle, which is 90 degrees.
Okay,
Exactly.
so there are few pairs of angles. For example, here, if we have two angles which add up to 90 degree. If
Yeah.
two different pairs add up to 90 degree, that we call as complementary angles. Complementary means these are the pair of angle which add up to 90 degree.
And supplementary means it adds up to 180.
Yeah. Angles add up to 90 degree. So if we have two different angles and they add up to 90 degree, which means
complementary angle.
We can say add up to 90 degree. And
yes.
The next is supplementary.
Supplementary angle, which is adds up to 180.
Yeah.
Can I give an example for 90 degrees? Like, can it be like 60 degrees and 30 degrees? Does that be a complement?
Yeah, that's pair of complementary angle. Very good. Good example. And what about supplementary? Give one example for this also.
Let's say 120 and 60.
Very good. So if angles add up to 90 means complementary, angles add up to 180 means supplementary. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, for this, what examiner do? They give us one value. They say one pair of complementary equals 45 degree. Then what about the other?
45.
Very good. One pair of supplementary angles equals to 80 degree. What about other?
100.
Very good. So this is how they ask us the question based on this. And one other thing is, if we talk about triangle, so the sum of all angles of a triangle equals what, Kavya?
Sum of all triangles.
Yeah. I agree that triangle have 3 different angles.
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3.
2, 3.
And
They
these
all
3
add up to
equals to
180.
wow. So sum of all
So
angles of a
each side
triangle
must be
equals
60.
sum of all angles of
Is
a
180.
triangle equal 180 degree.
Got another fact. All the
But,
sides are
there are
60
different
degrees.
types of triangle as well.
All the sides
One-
are 60 degrees.
Yeah. One is, if all angles equal 60 degree, then that type is called equilateral angle.
Yeah, but it can
So
be
we have
different.
3 different types. One is
Yeah.
this triangle whose all side and all angles are equal.
And that is called an equilateral triangle.
Very good.
And there is another one, and it's called a...
So here, if all are
Maybe.
equal, so each angle equals 60 degree, right?
Yeah.
And for the another one, which is isosceles, here, the 2 sides are only equal. The 2 sides.
Only
Third one is not.
So, for
Third one
example, that could be 45, 45.
No,
I mean, oh,
not always. For
Sometimes.
equilateral, the angle are fixed, which is 60 also. Only 60. The all angles are always 60. But for isosceles, it depends upon this angle. Because in isosceles triangle, these 2 sides are equal and these bottom base sides are also equal. But this may vary. So if this is 40, then we can calculate these two. If they give us the
25.
value of this one, if they give us the value of this one, then only we are able to find out the value of that too. Otherwise, we can't.
If they
Because
find the
we
value
don't
of one
know
of
what
the
is the
sides,
value of this. But for equilateral, we always know that each angle always equals 60 degree.
Yeah.
But for isosceles, it was not like that. Right?
Yeah.
For isosceles, only 2 sides are equal and bottom 2 base, which is connected to these equal sides, are equal. Don't say these two are equal. No. Here,
sometimes,
this side equals that side. So these 2 angles are only equal. The bottom base.
and the top is different.
Yeah, top is different always. The next one is right angle triangle, where one angle is 90 degrees. This is fixed. In right angle triangle, one angle is fixed.
Yeah.
Which is
Right angle triangle.
This angle is fixed. But we do calculate that too. That too may vary. If this is 60, then that is what? 30?
130?
What? Why 130? We know
Oh,
about
just
this. Then we just need to calculate that too. And one is isocline triangle, where all angles, all sides are different. Okay?
Okay.
That we call as
Scalene triangle.
Here, this, that, and those. All 3 are different. That's we call as isocline triangle. So these are the different types of triangle actually. Okay?
Yeah.
So in triangle also, if they give us 2 value, then we can easily calculate the third one. Right? And if they give us the relationship between these 3, then also we calculate the value of each angle, because we know that sum of all angle of triangle equals
180 degrees.
With the help of this, we are able to calculate the different angles of the triangle. Okay, now let me ask you a question, then we can proceed. So if you look into your sheet, Kavya,
Yeah.
And could you please tell me that what is the answer of question number 3B?
Read B. Right angle.
Okay, here I give you few images. You need to tell me that what are they? If angle look like this, these are
Acute.
okay. If angle look like this,
Is it a reflex?
if angle look like this,
And obtuse.
if an angle looks like this,
Is that called a
straight angle.
straight angle?
If angle looks like this,
Oh, right angle.
if they give us few value, like if one angle of a triangle, sorry, if angle is 130 degree, then is it acute, obtuse, right, or reflex?
Will that be obtuse?
If the value given is 245, then
If it's 245.
you
Oh,
have
I've
just
got it. Is it a reflex angle?
yeah. If the angle is 28 degree,
Acute angle.
very good. Now tell me, if we have these some pairs, the two parallel line, one transversal, what about angle A and angle B? I need to give
Angle
you few option, right? So option one is vertically opposite. Option two is corresponding. Option three is angle on a straight. Or adjacent, we can say. And option four is alternate. Okay? Let me know. Angle A and B are pair of what? These are the options. Option 1, 2, 3, or 4.
4.
Very good. Now, angle 1 and angle 2.
Is that corresponding to?
Option 2.
Yeah.
Wrong. One is wrong. These are the pair of vertically opposite, Kavya.
Oh,
How do you forget this?
is it
Now,
vertically off?
angle 1 and angle 2.
Is it
Okay, Kavya, you need to remember all those. You need to fixed, these are very easier thing, but yeah, maybe this is your first time, that's why. So after the class, please go through a sheet and try to remember all those. What are vertically opposed? What are corresponding? What are alternate, right? Because you know about this angle on a straight, but you need to remember these three. That's also a very easy topic, but you need to remember. Very easy thing, but you need to remember. Okay. These are actually the pair of corresponding. Okay. And if you
Okay.
know this, that these are the pair of corresponding angle, and if I give you the value of this angle, then you can easily say that this value is also equals to that value. Why? Because they are the pair of corresponding angles. Right?
Yep. Right. And I can do another sum.
If the value of this angle is, okay, just let me know. If we have these two parallel lines, what about this, Kavya? Angle A and angle B.
Is that
This is very easy. This is the vertex, and this is opposite to each other.
vertically,
Yeah.
which is one?
No, not always one. It may vary. We need to find the value of one first, then only be able to find out the other. What about this? Angle P and angle A.
Angle P and angle A.
Alternate.
Alternate.
I think you need to remember first, then you will be able to answer all these type of
Yeah.
questions. That's fine. Okay, Kavya, I think we need a break, right?
Yeah.
So please meet me at 7:10.
I've got a question. What
Yes?
are we gonna do after?
Sorry?
What are we gonna do off? Like
There are a lot of things we need to cover after the break, right? We are working on few questions, then the different things. We're going to learn about the interior angles, the exterior angles, few questions based on the pie chart, yeah, the direction and all. So there are a lot
Okay.
we need to cover. So try to come on time.
Okay.
Okay, go and come back soon. Thanks for coming on time. Okay. So Kavya, if you know the value of this angle, which is 75 degree, then what about this?
One minute. It's 105.
Yeah. If I say this is x and this is 2x, then what is the value of x?
90.
No.
Oh, no, not 90. 45.
No.
Oh,
I
just
like
an
it.
X.
If we add
Right.
these two, x and 2x, then it must equal 180.
Yeah.
And 1x and 2x equals 3x,
Yeah.
which equals 180.
Oh, 60. 60.
Yeah. If 3x equals 60, then 1x equals 180 divided with 3, which is 60 degree. Right?
Right.
They sometimes give the value like this way. They say this is x plus 1, and that is 2x minus 4. No, that is 2x plus 2. Okay? Then what is the value of x?
The value of X is
Bit difficult, right?
yeah.
Okay, if this is just 2x, then not 2x, this is x plus 2, not 180, so it may looks like 4. Yeah. Then what is the
Can you
value of x?
can you show me how to solve this?
Yeah.
Can you show me how to do this?
Oh, you want me to show this?
Yeah.
I
Can you
agree. If
help
we
me?
add this x plus 1 and x plus 9, then this equals 180.
Yeah.
Now you just need to solve this.
Okay.
This x plus that x
Oh, will
equals
it be
2x.
18? Will it be 18?
No. This x plus that x equal 2x. right? And 1 plus 2 is, 1 plus 9 is 10,
Yeah.
which equals 180. 180. So this 10 goes to that side, 2x. If we minus 10 from both sides, equals 170.
Yeah.
Now x equals what?
Oh,
170
170
divided
divided
by
by 2.
85.
85. Okay.
Could you please tell me what is the answer for question number 10?
Question number 10. In the sheet, I have two angles are supplementary. One angle 64. Find the other angle. Okay. Is 116.
Wow. Now please tell me what is the answer for question number 8?
A.
Yeah.
Two straight lines cross. One angle is 180. What is the angle next to it on the same ang- on the same straight line? Is it 180 take away 118?
Yeah, 180 minus 118. Yeah, you're right.
So I have to solve that. Sorry, taking me some time. Will it be 62?
Yeah, correct. Now, question number 6.
Question 6. Two angles. Angles around a point are 110, 75, 95, and x. Find x. Easy. Is the answer 80?
Very good.
What's the next sum?
Next question is question number 13.
13. An angle of 86 is bisected into doing 11. 13. A right-angled triangle has one angle of 90 degrees and another of 34. Find the third angle. Not easy. Is it 56? Is it 56?
Yeah, you're correct. Now let me explain few more things. So, as you know that sum of all angle of a triangle equals 180 degree, right? Then what about quadrilateral, where there are 4 angles? The sum of all angles equals 360 degrees.
360.
Yeah, in a quadrilateral, the sum of all angles equal 360.
360.
You know why? Because in quadrilateral, we have 4 angles, right?
Yeah.
And if we join the diagonal, there's a formation of 2 triangles.
Yeah.
And the sum of angle of one triangle is 180.
Yeah.
And another one also 180.
Yeah.
And if we add
That was
180 and
360.
180, yeah, it will be 360. That's why we say sum of all angle of a quadrilateral equal 360. You know, Kavya, there's one way of finding interior, sum of interior angle, sum of exterior angle. If we have any polygon, a polygon looks like this. So these are actually interior angle. These are
Interior
interior.
angles.
Yeah.
And the outside one, like the one after that, is the exterior angle.
Yeah. So here, this is exterior. This one is
Exterior.
draw it more clearly. What is exterior? So here, this is exterior angle. This one. Okay. For example, here, this one. These are the exterior angle. Okay?
Okay.
And you know, Kavya, one interesting thing about exterior angle is that the sum
To
of all
extend
exterior
it.
angle of any polygon. Okay? Sum of all angle of exterior of any polygon is always 360. Remember this thing. Sum of all
polygon
exterior angle
of all the exterior angles is 360.
of a polygon is always equal to
360.
For any polygon, the exterior angle is always 360. But interior angle is vary. Interior angle depend upon the number of sides. It depend upon the number of sides. So sum of interior angle equals what? Polygon equals number of side, okay, times 180 subtracted with 360. You know why? Because Kavya, I agree that in any polygon, this is exterior and this is interior, right? And if we add interior and exterior, then they always equals 180 because this line,
Yeah.
line on straight line.
Which is 180.
So if this polygon has 5 sides, then there will be 5 interior, 5 exterior.
Yep.
5 interior, 5 exterior. That's why we say there's a formation of 5 180. Here 180, then one more 180, one more. Oh, sorry. I think here we have. Yeah, here also. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So there will be 5 180. That's why we say number of side times with 180. How many 180 are there? 5 180.
5.
Because there are 5 angles. That's why 5 180. And why we subtract this from 360? Because we know that the sum of exterior always equal 360. And here we have both interior as well as exterior. So if we subtract all exterior, then we only remain with interior. That's how we're able to calculate sum of interior angle of a
So
polygon.
you do 180 times 5 and then you take minus 360. Can I do that?
Yeah. Then you're able to calculate the sum of interior angle of a pentagon. So 5 times 8 is what? 8 times 5 is 40. We have 4 as carry.
Is it 540?
Sorry?
Is it 540?
Yeah, you're correct. So 9 minus 6. Here we have 10 minus 6, which is 4. Then
Can
8
you give me a sum?
Okay. So if we have one hexagon, then could you please tell me what is the value of sum of exterior angle of that hexagon?
Hexagon.
Hexagon looks like this.
I know.
Yeah. Then let me know the value of exterior as well as interior. Sum of exterior as well as interior angle. First, exterior is what? Kavya?
What?
Sum of exterior angle of this hexagon is what?
Is it 6?
Yeah.
Times 180.
No.
Oh.
What I say earlier, that exterior is always equals to 360.
Angle of always equal to
No. What about exterior? I asked about exterior.
So is it equal to 360?
Yeah. It doesn't depend upon the number of sides and all. Whatever polygon we have, the sum of exterior always equals 360 degree. So here also exterior equals 360. Then what about interior?
Interior. Wait, will it be like interior? So you have to do number of this side times 180 minus 360.
So Kavya, you understand why we times this with number of side 180?
Yeah.
Because we have this different 180. That's why. And why we separate this from 360? Because we need to remove those sum of exterior.
Yes, so we can figure out what the
Interior.
Yeah. Can I figure it out?
Calculate that. Yeah, please calculate that.
$720.
Very good. Now, the next topic is the directions, right?
Yep.
This is our last topic actually. Then we just do few questions.
Oh.
No, one more topic, which is pie chart, I think. Yeah, pie chart looks like same. Okay. You know, what about the pie chart? Pie chart looks like this. We have one circle and there's a formation of different angles. This one, that one, that one. So Kavya, you agree? The sum of all angles is always equals
360.
Because there's an angle around one point that always equals 60 degree. Sorry, 360 degree. And if we talk about this, so as this is one whole, which means this is always 100%.
Yep.
Always 100%.
100%.
Okay. And sometimes, you know what they give? They give us the value of few angles. They give this value in a degree, that value in percentage, something like that. Okay. And they ask us to find out the value of different things. For example, they say that there are 200 students in a class. Okay. And if this equals what we say 80-degree, right?
Yep.
Then what percentage belong from this sector? So Kavya, you agree that we need to calculate the percentage value of this, and you know how can we calculate percentage? Percentage means always we need to put that value on the top, whatever we need to calculate. So here we need to find
by
the value of
100.
80-degree.
Yeah.
So we write 80 on the top. What about the bottom? The
100.
total, which is
The total
360.
360.
And for calculating percentage, we always times this with 100.
Yeah, and then you just
And
cancel out
if
the
they say,
zero.
then we just need to simplify. And if they say that how many students represent this sector,
Yeah. Yeah.
then we can say that the total 360 represent 200 students, right?
Yeah.
Then 1 represent 200 divided with 360.
Mm-hmm.
Then 80 will represent 200 divided with 360 times with 80.
Yeah.
So this way, they ask us different questions. They say is like we take a survey of a class, year 4
Yep.
class, and we represent the few part like how many students like apple, banana, pears, guava, something like this. Or how many students play this, that, those, and they give us some value, some of the values like this represent 80-degree, this represent dash, that represent dash. Okay. And they ask us to calculate the values. Okay.
We're gonna do quick word problems and questions now.
Yeah. If you look into your sheet, then you're able to find out the value, the answer for question number 27. A pie chart represents 300 children.
Yep.
One sector is 72-degree. How many students does this sector represents? So here also total is 300.
300.
360-degree represent what?
360 degree is equal to
300 because
7
total is 300
300 by 360
is 1.
Yeah.
And you need to calculate the value of 72. Please calculate. How many children represent 72-degree sector?
Okay. So is it 300 by 360 times of 72?
Yeah, very good.
Is the answer 60?
No. Oh, 60 children. Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah. The next sum.
Okay. So here we have one pie chart.
Yeah. I sure.
Where we take a survey and there are different children who like different types of fruits. Okay?
Okay.
Some like
Oranges.
mango.
Okay.
So this represent mango, which is 25%. Okay?
Yeah.
This represent apple, which is 108 degree. This represent oranges, which is 10%.
Does that support watermelon?
This represent 18 degree.
And what is it?
Strawberry.
Strawberry. And is that big piece?
This
Watermelon.
represent 20%.
Watermelon.
No, 20% looks like it's too big. Oh, sorry. This is what?
18.
18. Which
And
is
how much?
strawberry. And here we have banana, which is 20%.
Yeah. And that little bit?
Grapes, which is
Great.
36 degree. Okay? Are you ready for the question?
Yes.
Okay. Then please let me know. Okay. I need to give you the how many students are there in total, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just let us assume there are 100 students. Okay?
Okay.
Total students will be 100. Total is 100 students. Then I think this become much easier. Now calculate. What percent students choose apple?
Percentage of what?
Question 1. Percentage of students choose apple.
How do you do this?
Percentage. We are talking about percentage for what? Apple. Apple is what? 108. Then write 108 on the top. Total 180. Sorry, 360. So write total on the bottom. And for calculating percentage, times this with 100.
100.
Kavya, can we simplify like this way? 9 times 4 is 36.
Yeah.
9
Oh,
times
yeah,
4
it could
is
be
9.
12 by 4. Oh, I know. It's the answer. I think I know the answer.
4 times 1 is 4 and 4 times 3 is 12. So this will be 30%.
750. Oh,
Why are you
was
taking so
basically,
long? Just for the simplification.
yeah, I was doing divide by 2.
Okay, so here you can see that mango represent 25%. So just
Yeah,
let me know that what is the degree for this? What is the angle that's taken by mango?
the degree,
The angle, yeah.
the degree of the angle.
Angle means what?
Oh, degree.
Yeah. So here you need to calculate the degree, the angle of this. So Kavya, you agree the total is always 100%.
Yeah,
So top is 25, bottom is 100.
100. And times by 360.
Yeah.
Quick. I'm gonna do it quickly.
So you can say like this way, 100% represent 360 degree. So 1% equals 360 divided with 100.
Yep. 1 minute, I'm trying to figure. 18. Is it 900?
Mm-hmm.
No, not, I mean 90. Not 900. 90.
900 degree possible here, Kavya.
No, 90. 90.
So we are calculating like this way, 360 divided with what?
I did 25 by 100 times the 360.
Yeah. This 0, that 0. 5 times 5 is 25. 2. Then
18.
18 times 5 is
90.
good.
What's the next question?
How many students like strawberry?
How many students like strawberry?
Yeah. So that 360 degree represent 100 students.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm thinking. Is the answer 5?
Very
5
good. Yes.
What's the next question?
No. Now we move to our last topic, which is direction. Okay?
What?
Direction. So here we have, okay, let me draw that direction here. This represent north.
Yeah.
That is south. This is east.
Yeah.
And that is west.
Yeah.
Okay? So these 4 are actually the 4 major direction. And there are 4 sub-direction as well.
South,
Between
east,
this
south,
north
west,
and
north,
east, there is one direction
north,
which is
west,
northeast.
east.
Between this east and south, there is one direction which is called southeast. Between these two,
That would be
and west also,
SW, southwest, southwest.
southwest.
And that'll be northwest. Northwest.
Okay?
Okay.
So, Kavya, you know, this is if we move north to east. That means we are moving clockwise, right? Because
Right.
clock moves like this way, here to here, right? Clock moves like this way. This is clockwise direction. Whenever you move like this is clockwise. And if we move this way, opposite of clockwise, that we call as anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise. Okay? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, if I say that from east, move. Okay, Kavya, one more thing. You can see that this is horizontal line and
Yeah.
that is vertical line.
Yeah.
Which means this angle is always
Right
90
angle.
degree. Yeah, right angle 90 degree. So
Yeah.
here there are four right angles. 90, 90,
That'll be 360.
and 90. Okay?
Yeah.
So if we move north to east, which means we are moving 90 degree.
And going west to south, will that be also 90 degrees?
Yeah. Let me ask you a question based on this. So, yeah. If I say that Kavya is standing on this point and move her face in south direction. Okay?
Yeah.
And start moving in clockwise direction 180 degree. Then in which direction is facing now?
And north.
Very good. Again, the next question, which is if an ant is standing at northeast direction,
North. Okay.
east, and start moving clockwise 90 degree, clockwise 90, then in which direction the ant is facing now?
Is it as southeast?
Very good. Now, the last one. If an ant is standing at southeast,
Yes.
and start moving anti-clockwise 180 degree, then in which direction the ant is facing now?
Northwest.
Very good. So these are 90, 90, and this is actually 45, right? Because exactly at the mid of that angle. So if they give us the value of one angle and they say that divided into, that they bisect. For example, they say is like this is one angle, which is, no, not exactly 90. If this is one angle which is 60 degree, okay? And there's one other angle which bisect that too. Then what is the value of this one? So if total
45.
equals 60 degree and this line bisect that angle, which means this angle
30.
and that angle are equal?
That'll be 30 then.
Yeah, 30 degree. Okay. Kavya, could you please tell me? There's one question based on the bisect. Yeah. Question number 11, please.
11.
you doing, Kavya?
I'm solving in a piece of paper.
Okay, okay.
Okay, what is it again? Oh, okay. I'm solving it. Is it gonna be 47?
No.
How?
How 47?
So that's why.
86 divide by 2, right? Bisect means they divide into equal half.
Oh,
So
what
this
I
is
did was 180 take away
43.
86, which gave me 94, and then did 94 divided by 2,
No,
which
no,
gave me
no. You don't
47.
need to do like that way. No, that's difficult way. They say like an angle is 86, right?
Yeah,
Means we have this angle which is 86, and they say dividing into two half. This bisect each other. So half means we need to half that 86. So half of 86 is 43. Simple.
43. Sorry.
Now tell me the answer for question number 26, Kavya.
Person is facing southwest. She turns 90 degrees clockwise. Which direction is he facing now? Is it northwest?
Very good. I think now you're able to solve it. Okay, one more question. Question number 18.
18.
Yeah.
Two parallel lines are cut by a transversal. One angle is 68. What is the adjacent angle on the same straight line?
Adjacent means this one, adjacent. Next to each other.
Oh, adjacent. Oh, I know. That's easy question. Is it 112?
Sorry?
112.
No.
One.
How 112?
I'll check again. I don't understand why. Why that?
What are you doing now? How you work out this question, Kavya?
So what I did is in a normal line, it's 180.
Yeah.
Then 180 take away 68. Which give me one.
This says 74, not 68. Oh, sorry. I'm asking about question number 18, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then 112 is correct. Sorry.
You're doing.
I think one angle is 74. That's why I'm looking at question 19.
Yeah.
19. Okay, that's why. Sorry about that.
Can I do 19?
No, that's also easier. Please try another one, which is 12. Question number 12.
Well, an isosceles triangle. The unequal angle is 46. What is the size of each equal angle? Okay. Is it 17?
How 17?
Hmm. Because that's to the not the equal side is 46, and other two, and then I did 180. Take away 46, that gave me 34, and then I had no,
Sorry,
not 34.
this
It's
is 46, right?
134. Sorry,
46?
sorry. I think I did a really bad mistake. It's 67.
Okay, take your time. Yeah,
I get it.
correct. 7 is correct. Good. One last question, Kavya.
Okay.
Then we can finish our class. Please let me know the answer for question number 23.
23.
Yeah.
An isosceles triangle. Each base angle is 72. What's the base angle again? Oh, it's the same angle. What's the base angle?
Yeah, you're correct.
Oh, okay. 90.
They say what they say? They say each base angle. Each base means there must be two.
Is it 33?
No.
Hmm? I mean 36.
Very good. Okay. Very good effort, Kavya, in
Thank
today's
you.
class. Thank you. Now, please go through your seat again by yourself and remember all those angles relationship, right? The vertically
Yeah.
angle, vertically opposite angles, the alternate, and the corresponding, right?
Yeah.
And then only you're able to do all this question independently, right?
Okay.
So first go through your seat by yourself and try to solve our questions. Bye-bye.
Bye.